Hello everyone, MeanSpeed here with another Renegade Line video. This video might turn out to be one of the more detailed ones I've done, or at least one of the longest ones, since, to be honest, I've not covered Renegade Line for a while, and because of that there's quite a lot to talk about and address. Those things being the sniper spot, the new houses, the implemented and I believe updated wooden dam, and also the two crosshair results, which might have ended up being free if I'd left this video even longer. So starting with the sniper spot, it was actually not properly showcased, and by that I mean it wasn't sort of put on its own on the homepage as a news article related thing. Instead it was actually put into a thread which was an interview with the level designer of Raw Vengeance known as Ryan, so some of you might not be aware of it if you didn't decide to click on the interview itself, which was on the homepage. I think it looks to be a good spot since it has a decent view and the house could prove to be good cover, though it might not be that effective depending on factors such as how easy it is for other people, other classes to actually get up there as well. For example, if the rocket jumping values are quite high, then it might be easy to reach, although it could be close to an out of bounds area, so perhaps people playing a class that can't rocket jump might not risk trying to get up there through other means such as simply going the long way around or something like that. And to be honest with you, really I'm only suggesting that because of BFH, and the reason for that is because some of the better spots to get a good sniping area, or at least a good view of the maps, were close to or even in out of bounds areas in BFH, so that's why I'm saying it. Now I'm not sure if the sniper will get something like this as a weapon or ability, but it could potentially be possible to put down mines to protect your flank and, as an extra form of defense in case someone tries to follow you up there. However, from this view it does look to be easier to reach than the other view, with only maybe simple jumps needed, unless of course we can't jump that high normally to get over that stuff. But yeah, we'll have to see for sure when we can actually play on the map how easy it really is to reach the spot. As you can see, it has a good view of the dam, so it could be a good spot to pick people off from because of that good view of the dam, if it proves to be a popular fighting location, and if the scope can even zoom in well enough for that area, but I think it should be able to, and it probably will, to be honest. Also, it's worth mentioning that sniping a Renegade Line will feature the bullet drop system, which was confirmed, so that's pretty much important to take into account here as well. There are a lot of trees in the area as well, which could also be used to hide and take good cover behind, assuming bullets don't shoot through the leaves. So yeah, moving on to the wooden house, and this is where my script kind of got screwed over. Since when I made it, this wasn't like official news, as in on the homepage and such, and I did have a point going on about how the house might not be properly finished, and that's why it wasn't shown on the homepage, but it was, funnily enough, shown on the homepage just this afternoon. So yeah, but basically, to give you the backstory, the house was originally shown on the forums by a user who has a channel dedicated to Renegade Line updates and videos in Polish, and that's where the news came from, on one of their videos where there was a discussion, I believe, with some Raw Vengeance members, and I'm pretty sure it was revealed or mentioned there. But anyway, this house is basically what will take over from the houses we've seen in the gameplay video, so maybe not the ones on the winter map from the Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays kind of screenshots they showed, but I'm not sure about that. So yeah, we knew for a while that the houses from the footage would be revamped and changed. A lot of people said that, well, a lot of members of Raw Vengeance, and this is apparently a style they call the wooden style. Now, this might just be on one specific map, being the one featured in the gameplay footage, to maybe just go alongside with the dam and the bridge and not be on other maps, since that would be more diverse, and diversity in maps is good to have in my opinion. It would be nice to see the windows light up on darker maps if the house is, for more than one map, or just a night version of a specific sort of wooden themed map, like I said, to go alongside the other objects like the bridge and the dam. Now for the dam itself, and this is now on the map, and this is the first time we're seeing it actually placed somewhere, as opposed to the preview where it was sort of just, you know, floating around, not being used anywhere, which is nice. And along with the fact that it's now implemented into the game, it's updated as well in terms of graphics, and also the fact that it's now a bit shorter, because originally there were two parts to it, and I guess the original style didn't work, or it didn't fit properly, or the team just didn't like it, something like that. So now it's like this, and I do like it. And we can see the lights are yellow now, either because originally they were turned off, or they're originally purple and turned on, and now they've been turned to be yellow, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there are also markings on the structure as well, which I think look a lot nicer, more polished, more refined. Definitely like it. So yeah, now as I said, the dam has been cut down in size and shape, which means it's even more of a tightly spaced sort of choke point type area than I already considered it to be in the first place. And if you add the fact that you also have the water to think about if you climb higher up, it can get pretty crazy. Now, what I mean by this is that you risk falling off if you get too high up. You know, maybe someone uses an ability that gets you off there, or, you know, the pushback from a weapon or getting hit might make you fall off. Something like that, or maybe just being careless, just running off it yourself. You know, possibly taking full damage if we're going to have it, or even drown if the swimming mechanics, or even swimming itself, isn't a thing or available at this stage. Who knows? But yeah, on the subject of the water, I really like it. I think the water graphics are really nice. So, despite these possible problems, it could still be a popular spot to fight because of the challenge of the environment and the players combined. And I personally think it would be interesting to see a video of Raw Vengeance members fighting each other on the dam to either reiterate what I'm saying about the negatives, or to prove me wrong. And of course, either is completely fine. But yeah, now we have a lot of map objects with one theme in mind, and I'm curious if the wooden bridge has been implemented into the game as well, or if it's, you know, just been changed in some way to be made smaller, larger, or even to have some graphical advancements, or maybe nothing has been done with that as of yet. Finally, I'm going to quickly talk about the crosshairs, those being for shotguns and sniper rifles when scoped. Now, in terms of the shotguns, I like them all, although I do prefer a clear circle for accurate and well-placed shots, so perhaps 3 and 4 wouldn't suit me personally. But yeah, since I'm late on this, number 5 actually had the most votes, because obviously I'm late on this, so the winners were chosen, and I think most of you guys know why this was chosen, since there's been a pattern in the results and winners for a while. And I'm not referring to the fact that the third entry kept winning either. It's pretty much at this stage a case of the one that looks the most like from Battlefield Heroes will win, or at least be very popular. So yeah, onto the snipers now. And like I said before, bullet drop is going to be a thing here. Now, I believe that actually wasn't mentioned when the poll itself was first opened, so that might have affected the results a bit. Though I honestly think that, you know, 5 would have ended up winning anyway, which it did. Even if that information was given to us at the start, because I think despite that, people would still choose that. But yeah, because of the mechanics we're going to get, I don't think I'd like to have that sort of crosshair, that being number 5 compared to the others, but yeah. Anyway guys, that was another sort of roundup of the Renegade Line news we've got from the past, I want to say 12 days or so. I know we did get more news than usual though, because the Renegade Line site was actually offline for about 2 or 3 days, something like that. So that was as a thank you for being patient, or compensation for not being able to access the site and the forums and everything. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.